Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I'm not here with Geeky Sparkles in this video. We're going to talk about YouTube. We're going to talk about YouTube, the platform, and the changes coming to the platform that I think are pushing it in a more Hollywood-esque direction. I think that YouTube, they've talked before that they were going to start using a layout that's very similar to Netflix. And I think there's a reason for that. I think YouTube is becoming the place to prototype movie ideas, and especially horror. I guess horror is doing really, really well on YouTube. And you look at the things that really take off on YouTube, and they tend to be dark, you know. They tend to be dark. I mean, Five Nights at Freddy's blew up because of YouTube. You know, we had now we have Skibidi Toilet, and we have the Amazing Digital Circus, and we have, you know, so many other like dark games, dark genres, and you know, that does seem to be something that YouTube is very good at. Weirdly enough, they don't like you monetizing dark stuff, at least in my experience. If something is too dark, they take the monetization off. But we're going to talk about all this, what this means for creators. I think things are definitely going to change. And I don't think it's going to be for the best for a lot of people, especially if you're doing news and commentary. But yeah, they're taking the date and time, I guess, off of videos, and they're just going to show you random videos on the homepage. And hopefully the news isn't 4 years old, because that's actually a thing that's happening. I'm not kidding you. People are reacting, commenting on videos of ours that are years old, and this is apparently going on all over the place. YouTube is using, I believe, AI to try to figure out which videos are going to make the most money based on the person, the personal stalking, I guess, that YouTube has done. And they're going to look at your viewing habits, and they're going to look at you know, the CPM that they're getting for that video, and they're going to look at whether or not there are any you know, shopping links or whatever, and they're going to determine this is the video to show this person because this will get the most amount of money for us, for YouTube as a platform. I don't think they really care so much about individual creators as much as they used to. Just a hunch. I just have a hunch. So let's dive in. Let's talk about this. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. And speaking of YouTube, I'm not getting a real good feeling about it. So check out Clownfish Minus. You can join the reef. You can check out our exclusive podcasts. They're kind of paywalled right now, but we're trying to build a community over there. Is kind of a life raft, right? Because I don't know what's going to happen. I'm going to be honest. We also have Clownfish TV as an audio version. We have an audio version of it wherever you listen to podcasts, whether it's, you know, Spotify or you know, iTunes or Amazon, or what are some of the other ones? They have Pod this, Pod that, you know, whatever. Check that out too. Subscribe to Clownfish TV Audio Edition. You don't need to see our bobbing cartoon avatars all the time. Anyway, this is coming from Deserto. YouTube reportedly testing new homepage that removes dates and view counts. So they're reportedly testing a new website layout that removes the date when a video was uploaded and the amount of views it has. That's concerning. That's concerning. Over the last couple of years, YouTube has experimented with changes to its website that removed various features. And usually every change they make is usually not good for independent creators. The Google-owned company removed dislikes back in 2021 to reduce targeted attacks on videos. Now, to make Disney happy, prompting backlash from users worldwide. However, a browser extension rose from the ashes. Yeah, you can check the dislikes out on Firefox. I think it's like dislike returner or something like that. On Monday, October 28th, vidIQ reported in a post on X that YouTube is testing a new homepage layout that removes view counts and dates. In the screenshot, you can see 6 videos that show the thumbnail title and a channel name, but nothing else. Normally, you'll find the view count and estimate of how long ago the video was uploaded under the channel name. This is going to be disastrous for news channels because you don't know if it's last week's news, yesterday's news, last year's news, because they are showing people old videos. I'm getting videos from channels that I haven't watched in ages. And I might have even just watched a little bit of their content like a couple of years ago, and all of a sudden I'm getting recommended. I'm literally being recommended YouTube videos from like 12 years ago. I've seen some stuff come up. I'm like, oh, wow, I didn't know this particular gaming channel was still making content. No, they're not. I'm just getting their videos recommended to me again because I probably watched them like a couple of years ago. And you know what I'm saying? It's really weird. Shortly after the tweet was posted, dozens of users flocked to the comments to share their thoughts about it. View counts and dates matter in selecting between videos on the same topic. Yeah. I get from a product perspective what they're trying to do, but this isn't better for viewers or creators. I agree. Another said view counts, I kind of get, but dates. Having a more recent video on a topic is really important to me a lot of the times. I don't like it. I want to see how old a video is. View count doesn't bother me, but if I'm looking for up-to-date information, I don't want a 6-year-old video. Yes, again, this never used to be a problem. Usually you would get recommended the latest content from the people you subscribe to, and that is not the way it works anymore. Like, I don't even know if subscriber counts matter on YouTube that much anymore. I think YouTube basically just recommends whatever the hell it feels like recommending based on, I believe, AI. I think they're using AI to determine which videos are going to get clicked. And if it's like, well, your old stuff gets more clicks than your new stuff, we're going to recommend old videos. And maybe they'll subscribe, and maybe at some point we'll recommend your new stuff, but don't hold your breath, right? So this is, I think it's Marcus Brownlee said, stop chasing Netflix and just be YouTube. That's what they're trying to do. Not everyone in the post is against the removal of dates and views, with many commenting that could benefit some creators as many people skip videos with lower view counts. Yeah, so we're going to, yeah. But it's also like, it feels like the authority is going to be the video that has the most views, right? And again, I'm more concerned about the dates. Eventually, they'll probably get rid of the view counts altogether. I'm going to be honest, and you'll just have to take their word for it. Take our word for it. This video is doing very well. I think what they're doing though, and this, I could be wrong in this, but it feels like they are prepping for YouTube to become a legit Netflix competitor, because a lot of the headlines around YouTube have been in regards to YouTube being the number one streaming platform. So Hollywood studios and film producers and TV producers, content producers, they're going to flock to YouTube. And what Hollywood isn't going to want, what studio content creators aren't going to want, is a public view count. Because if they put the first episode of whatever Disney Plus Star Wars show on YouTube and it gets less views than a video attacking it, that's not a good look. I mean, I would love for there to be a public view count of videos on Netflix. I would love it. But they're not going to do that. You have to go by their internal metrics, and you're going to see that a lot of these shows don't bring anything. And I think eventually we're going to get to that point. I think we're going to get to a point where the views are hidden and nobody's going to know what anybody else is getting. And that's going to be fantastic for Hollywood, because they can put these shows on there and they can say, hey, it's a huge hit. Trust me, bro. It's a huge hit. Well, well, trust me, bro. Look at the comments. Oh, well, look at all the upvotes. Well, we can't see the dislikes. Well, trust me, bro. So we're hiding the dislikes, and we're hiding the date, and we're hiding the view count. They're getting ready for Hollywood. So this comes from Forbes. A lot of people talking about this. YouTube is a horror playground. They said horror has been rising on YouTube, leading to new genres like analog horror and big opportunities for creators such as Sam and Colby and Kane Pixels. So Sam and Colby, I know my daughter watches them. They're like ghost hunters. YouTube is a spooky place. Horror content has been rising in popularity throughout the video sharing platform, sparking a surge of creativity as creators explore new ways to frighten their viewers. Analog horror, which is like VHS, if you watch the VHS movies. Analog horror is a spin on the found footage genre imbued with sinister nostalgia. In these eerie videos, the recent past, often the 90s, is explored through glitch-ridden, distorted lenses, haunted home videos, news broadcasts, and cursed video game footage. They're all over YouTube right now. Inspired by creepypastas, liminal spaces, and films such as The Blair Witch Project, analog horror has been steadily becoming more mainstream. YouTube has played a major part in its rise. YouTube's trends and culture lead, Ernest Petty, told me that horror-related content has been on YouTube from the beginning, but the content itself has evolved in interesting ways, and the way that people interact with that content has evolved. Petty explained that YouTube trends have shifted. We've moved away from a world of just individual viral videos to a bunch of videos about a topic. Yes, and we're not going to show view counts, and we're not, you know what I'm saying? For a long time, people would share a specific video and conversation would happen about that specific video, but now the video may be a topic and people create content that's related to that video. It's also allowed creators and their content to generate massive fandoms and turn those things actually into their own kind of intellectual property. They're talking about Skibbity Toilet, The Amazing Digital Circus, and they've been huge successes, right? They're talking about how people break down kill counts in videos. YouTube is cultivating new horror franchises. A24 is working on a Backrooms feature film with Kane Parsons, while Sam and Colby have branched out into the big screen with Legends of the Paranormal. Even Five Nights at Freddy's stems from the popularization of the franchise on YouTube, where Let's Play videos allowed younger viewers to experience the jump scares with their favorite creators. Guy from YouTube says he's confident that the horror franchises of tomorrow will start on YouTube today. So yeah, it's really interesting. And I mean, they're going to talk about this because, you know, Halloween is coming up, right? But it's interesting that YouTube is being used as a testing ground for Hollywood productions. And I think YouTube Red was like too far ahead of the curve, right? Because they were making YouTube shows with YouTubers, Rhett and Link and PewDiePie and Markiplier and all those guys. And the only one that stuck, I think, was Cobra Kai. Cobra Kai started out on YouTube. I don't know if people remember that or not, but they started out on YouTube, and then it did okay on YouTube, and then it got renewed on Netflix, and it blew up on Netflix. And now I'm sure YouTube wishes it was still on YouTube. And I think what's going to happen eventually is that a lot of this content, it's going to be like Netflix, and you're going to create your content and people are going to watch it on YouTube. Now, where does that leave content creators, individual content creators or commentators? I have no idea. I don't know where that's going to leave most people. I think it's basically YouTube is aiming to be a Netflix that's open to everybody, but it's also not going to be open to everybody because I think they're going to push the polished Hollywood content over the talking heads and over the, you know, Let's Play videos and that kind of stuff. It's going to be interesting for sure, but this is a step in that direction, in my opinion. I think all these things are related. I'm going to wrap it up. Please subscribe. We'll talk later. Join the reef. Go to clownfish-.com. That's clownfish-.com. You will get exclusive access to podcasts and videos and comic strips and more, as well as merch discounts. Check it out. If you were a member, you could get this t-shirt, this dismal t-shirt on our website. You'd get a 10% discount on that. You can also join in the community on clownfish-.com. Thank you so much for the support.